Yo, focus and energy. That is the topic of today's video. And what is it about, right? What does focus and energy have to do with anything? Well, if you actually want to get things done, if you actually want to move in the right direction, it's going to require immense amount of focus and outputting and inputting massive amounts of energy. Now, before we get into it, obviously you can see it's a pretty basic fit today. We got the I don't even know what kind of blue this is, but it's a really nice blue. And then we've got the basic, simple white t-shirt. We've got no accessories. You could rock this with white pants, black pants, blue pants, navy blue pants, tan pants. Completely up to you, but it's like 72 outside. So nice fit for the weather. Now, let's get right into it. So, energy and focus. I'm sure you guys have heard countless successful people, millionaires, entrepreneurs, billionaires, whatever. You want to have multiple streams of income. All right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are chasing multiple streams of income. Well, guess what? None of that is going to work until you have one primary, strong stream of income. Right? You guys got to stop listening to those people that are trying to tell you, yes, you need to have multiple streams of income. Well, guess what? Having streams of income is kind of like a river, right? That river, you need a strong river before it starts to break off into multiple streams, right? Only when you have let's say my arm is the river, right? Until I have this whole suit good to go, I will never be able to branch off, and these streams will be weak little streams. They won't be strong streams every direction, right? Like, I know a guy who has over 50 streams of income. You know what he does every time he wakes up? I asked him exactly what he did. He says, every time I wake up, I have this app on my tablet. I go to the bathroom to take a shit, and then I look at all the reports of all my companies, portfolios, and everything. Right? Dude's a billionaire. And that's what he told me he did every morning. But he didn't get there until he had a pretty strong stream of income. Right? This is why it's so important to really pay attention to where your focus and where your energy is going. Right? Because when you're focused on this business, this side hustle, this thing over here, family life, dating life, this and this, you start to spread yourself extremely thin, and then guess what? Now you're not really building anything solid. You're not really building anything strong. Each one of those streams of incomes, they can just, like this water bottle, they can just fly off from wind or from an emergency or from this thing or from that thing, right? I have a really, really bad headache. Right? So this video might not be as long as some of the others, but I really wanted to kind of dive into this topic a little bit for you guys, right? Like, all of this, multiple streams of income stuff, whatever you pick, just pick one thing and stick with it for at least 3 years. At least 3 years to see how much money you can actually make from it before you try diversifying into this thing, into that thing. And when I say 3 years, I mean 3 hard years of focus. 3 years where no distractions, no other business opportunities, no other side hustles. You're just focused on making it work. You're just focused on making it work. And a lot of times this stuff starts with controlling your day, right? So I'm going to read basically a short little statement from one of the courses that I've created that's inside of the project that I'm working on with my client slash business partner, right? So it says controlling your day. If you can control the beginning and let me restart. If you can control the beginning of your day and the end of your day, then that is enough stability for you to be able to choose your destiny. And then just the middle part is really where the firefighter part is, right? So unlike most people who, wake up during the day, and from when they wake up, they check their phones until they go to sleep, right? They're just running around like headless chickens. So me personally, and a lot of the successful people that I know, a lot of the successful people that are in my network, they control the beginning and the end of their day. And that has given them a lot of time and energy towards the things that they want to do. Same for me. I control the beginning and end of my day. And that has given me a lot of time and energy towards the things that I want to do. Right now, obviously, I'm not a guru or a doctor or a psychologist. Obviously, consult a professional to see what works for you, right? Because all of this, you really want to figure out what works for you and what makes the most sense for you, right? So for me personally, so here are some of the things that I do. I wake up at 2:30 a.m. Now, I say 2:30 a.m., but it's more like 2 to 3 a.m. I wake up between that. I try not to wake up with an alarm, but my alarm, I have one for 2 a.m. and I have one for 3 a.m. I typically tend to wake up in the middle, if not before. Then I'll listen to a YouTube video or a podcast interview on a topic that I want to learn about on my way to the gym. So this could be, if I don't go to the gym that day at that time, then I'm just listening to it, right? But if I'm going to the gym, it's playing in the car and I'm driving to the gym and I'm just listening to it on the topic, whether it's mindset, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's fitness, whatever is happening in that video, whatever the guest interview is, whatever the topic is. Because again, some of you are like, oh, relationship. Yeah, dude, I'm learning about everything, right? Like, I'm making sure that I'm as capable as possible, right? Like, I need to be a army, right? Like, I need to have all these different skill sets. I need to be this multi-purpose tool, right? A lot of you just want to be simple, normal people. That's fine. Me personally, I want to make sure that I have every advantage possible. I never want to be in a position where I'm disadvantaged, right? But that's just me. I understand not everybody thinks like me. I understand not everybody's gonna act like me, and not everybody wants the things that I want. But I have literally on my phone, I have YouTube playlists on as many topics that make sense for me right now, as possible, and then I just delete when I don't need it anymore, right? I delete when I no longer need to learn about that topic, right? Where I'm more focused on learning by doing and by experience and stuff like that, right? But so I wake up at 2 to 3 and then I'll listen to a YouTube video or a podcast interview on a topic that I want to learn about. Then I hit the gym. Throughout the gym, I'm either just hitting the gym or I'm recording while I'm hitting the gym, or I'm stretching, or I'm boxing, or I'm just doing some intensity stuff. And then I come back home, probably grab a shower. I'm even thinking about buying a home coffee maker, just to kind of like have and make my day move faster, because I don't like the fact that I'm stopping to buy coffee from Wawa and then going home, right? Like, I feel like that's just a waste of time for me. And throughout the day, when I finish the coffee, I don't want to get up and go buy another coffee, right? Like, I haven't done it, but I know pretty soon I'm gonna want to do it because I need more than one cup of coffee, right? I start to get really tired by noon. And by noon is when I open up my calendar for meetings. So I know that I'm gonna need that home coffee maker. So that's something I'm working on right now. Then I'll shower and then I'll get to work on the business. And I'm basically proactive for the next couple hours, right? Like until noon. And then once noon comes, that's when my calendar opens up for meetings. And then I throw myself into the world and I start taking calls and handling business stuff. I try to end my workday by 5-6 p.m. And then, the way I do that is by recording or uploading a YouTube video, much like this one, because I'm currently uploading daily YouTube videos. Right now it's 4:56 p.m. And then I try to be in bed by 7-8 p.m. If not, the latest 10 p.m., even though I'm waking up at 2. I try to, like, if I have other meetings that I have to take care of, if I have other stuff that's on my plate that I have to take care of, if I'm going out, if I'm going to meet somebody, to see somebody, right, whatever it is, I try to get that done later parts of my day. And then, now that's basically a rough breakdown of how most of my days tend to be. I try to have the exact same day, but when I get to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those days tend to be completely different depending on if I have a business meeting over here, if I have to meet somebody over here, church, this, that. So my Thursday to Sundays are typically weird, but Mondays through Thursdays are typically the exact same days. But I do wake up at the same time, right? Like, my biggest thing right now is making sure that I'm waking up at the most consistent time possible, whether that's 2, whether that's 2:30, whether that's 3. I need, that's why I say it ranges from 2 to 3, because some days it's 2, some days it's 2:30, some days it's 3, right? Doing this, having this control over my day allows me to remain focused on what I want to do, right? Me being up that early allows me to get more work done, not more than other people, but more undistracted work done, right? I'm typically back from the gym by 4. Like, I'm not some guy who's hitting the gym for 2-3 hours, right? Like I'm trying to be back by 4 so I could work from 4 to to noon, because I understand that by the time, let's say if I start at 10, if I start at 8, that opens up the door for distractions, for phone calls from other companies, other businesses. Like I don't need that, right? I don't need those distractions. So this allows me to put heavy focus into what I want to do, put heavy focus into the work that I want to do, into the tasks that I need to get done. Like today, I finalized on the webinar scripts that I needed to do for our launch next week that we're going to be doing. So, getting things like that done requires strong periods of just focused time and focused work, making sure that I have an efficient workflow going on, because I understand that this right here, I can't allow other distractions to come into play. Now, do I have other projects that I'm working on? Of course. But these other projects, they're not at the front of my mind, right? Like there's somebody else who's running the project and I'm helping them on that project. It's not like I'm in charge, but I understand that more opportunities are coming onto my plate. I understand that more tasks are coming into my plate. I understand that more positions are coming into my plate. Why? Because I'm a capable person. At my age, at 22, you should be ashamed that you don't have the opportunities that I have on my plate right now. And these opportunities on my plate right now, I don't talk about them. I can't talk about them because it's like you guys aren't ready for that yet, right? And so over time, obviously, you guys will, if as long as you're following the journey, as long as you're paying attention to the journey, you guys are gonna start to see and hear more of the things that I'm doing, right? Like look at me just laying back like I'm some fat rich guy, right? Like, listen, a majority of the things that I'm doing, of the things that I'm going to be doing, I'm gonna be documenting them on this channel right here, right? The direction of this channel is who I am, what I believe in, what I'm doing, what I'm working on, right? That's it. That's why I'm doing these daily videos, right? Like I would make these videos, a daily breakdown of my day, but it's more like I don't want to do that. I want to bring you guys what I'm currently learning. I want to bring you guys what I'm currently working on. I want to bring you guys what makes the most sense to bring you guys, so that one, you can start to see who I am and who I'm aiming to be and what I'm working on, and all these different things, right? Like, see, I just got a text from the bank, right? So these types of distractions are the things that I try to avoid. Like if this was early in the morning, I'm not getting these, right? Because I know these companies, they reach out to you later in the day. So that's essentially it for this video, focus and energy. I'm gonna talk about this topic more, but for today, that's about it. This headache is like coming crazy at me right now, but I hope you got some value out of this video, and I hope you stick around for what's to come. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe.